Happy Monday, knitters. I'm Louise from Wildflower Wool, and welcome back to my channel. It is Monday morning. It is a brand new week. My week of vacation has come to an end, and this is going to be a really quick video because I'm filming it before I head to work because I really want to get back on schedule getting these Monday videos actually up and on YouTube so you can actually see them Monday evening. So, as always, I've got 2 new projects planned. And I have no finishes. I don't know. I didn't get as much knitting done on my week's vacation as I had thought I would. I had, grand plans to sit and relax and knit all day long, all week long, and that didn't happen. I know I mentioned in a couple of other videos that I did throughout my week of vacation that the weather here was actually gorgeous. It was summer-like weather. It wasn't even fall weather. It was warm enough to be considered summer, so I took full advantage of that and went walking and hiking and exploring some different trails around the city that I've never ever taken the time to go check out before, so that was absolutely wonderful. Took a lot of pictures, I did some knitting, a lot of Netflix watching and a lot of YouTube watching. I watched a ton of podcasts and I did get some knitting done. So anyways, I will just quickly show you what I've got planned. No, wait, we always start with the dishcloth, right? Well, I'm behind. Okay, so we always start with finished dishcloths. And these were the ones from a couple weeks ago and one from last week. I finished the one, this was the second one. I gotta think back here. It feels, I think this was a sign of a great vacation because it feels like I have been off for like a month. The week did not go quick. It wasn't gone in a flash. I really truly felt like it had been days and days and days, and I actually feel so rested that I'm actually excited to go back to work. When Saturday came, there was a momentary fleeting thought of like, oh no, I only have a couple of days left of vacation. Monday's going to come too soon. But you know what? I woke up this morning and I thought, oh, I'm ready to go back. And because I really truly do like what I do. And I'm ready to go back and see people and kind of get back in a routine. So anyway, a little aside there. So dishcloths. I was working on this last week, the double moss stitch dishcloth. And I liked it so well that I started a second one. But see that? I think you can see that more pronounced. When I watched the video back last week, you couldn't really tell the color change, but I can see it a little more. Can you? Anyways, this is a totally perfect example of do what I say, not as I do. I had said that I had to go out and buy another ball of dishcloth cotton to finish off this one because I didn't want to just add a white or something. I wanted it to be somewhat the same color. And so I knew my dye lot obviously would not be the same. And so yeah, there's a subtle change there, but there again, it's a dishcloth, a spa cloth, it'll work fine. I got this one finished. Love this stitch. Really, really like this. Definitely recommend it if you want something, one of those easy patterns where you don't have to think or pay too much attention. So last week's dishcloth, I don't know, I might not even have got any more done on it than I had when I showed it to you. And I've got stitches coming off my needle. This was this knotted rib stitch. So it's the front side of it is like reverse stockinette. And then you've got these purl 2 together stitches that make the knot. So it's not really, like they call it ribbing, knotted rib. It's not, well, I'll show you the back side. So it is ribbing, as in there's, what do we have? There's 4 stitches, 4 knit stitches, and then there's a purl 2 together. 4 knits, purl 2 together. So, but it doesn't really look like ribbing, and it doesn't have really that stretchy feeling like we kind of associate ribbing with, but it's fun. I just didn't get to it because I was working on my sweater. So I'll quickly show you that. And there again, I had high hopes thinking, if I sat for days on end and just watched podcasts and knit, I could have this sweater finished. Well, I ended up not doing that. So I don't have a finished sweater, but I've got a really good start on it. I'm not sure if it was during our live knit night on Friday over on the Fiber Friends Friday night knit night, which is a closed Facebook group. So if you haven't joined it, we would love you to come join us over there. We have lots of fun. It's a really active group on Facebook, sharing projects and asking questions, and it's lots of fun. And I had said, I kind of reevaluated my sweater knitting goals and said, yeah, there's no way I'm gonna be anywhere close to having a finished sweater, and that I would be happy if I got up to the armhole shaping. So I think that's pretty close to where I am right now. I posted some pictures of my sweater last night on Instagram, so some of you may already have seen where I am on here. And Sabrina left a comment, and she posted a picture, and she's knitting a sweater from the exact same ball. This is the Karen Anniversary Cakes ball, and Spiced Soiree is the colorway. So there I am. I've got my ribbing done. I've done the body. This is my gauge to garment process again, where it is just, I'm not following a pattern. I'm making it up as I go. It's a cardigan. That's why it's knit flat. I put some ribbing on both fronts so I don't have to come back and pick up any stitches. And I've done a little bit of shaping as I've been coming up the front. So it should, I'm going to really exaggerate it, but that's what it's going to do. It's going to be wider at the bottom and narrow up as I get up to the armhole. So I think, oops, dropped a stitch. I think I'm going to make this a smidge longer. And I have one more decrease round, and then I will split for the armholes. So it's knitting up really fast. I really like knitting with this. I can show you the ball starting to make a dent. Oh, and you know what I did? I realized after last week's New Start video that I forgot to mention something. When I knit from my other large anniversary cake, I had said that I wanted to I would start my next one from the outside. And just because, like with such a large ball, when you start to knit from the center, as you get close to the finished sweater, like the balls collapsing in on top of one another. Well, I went to do that and I couldn't find the other end. I took the ball band off and I searched all around and I could not find the outside end. And I pulled in a few places, but I didn't want to like start pulling out all these strands because I wasn't finding an end. So in the end, I started knitting from the center again. But I know I always like this. It makes me think that I'm really making progress. You know, when you can see the start of your, have this nice perfect round circle in the top of your cake. I'm loving these colors. This yarn, I don't know why, but I'm finding this colorway a little less splitty than the other color that I did. I'm using the same needles. I don't know, maybe I've just had more practice knitting with this. I'm getting the feel of the yarn. Maybe the twist on this colorway is just a little different. I'm not sure. But anyways, I'm not splitting near as many stitches as I did with the other one, which is a nice bonus. So this is going well. I'm not going to make any predictions on where I will be next week, but maybe I'll make just a conservative one and just have the body finished. Get my this is going to have raglan decreasing for the sleeves. And that's going to take just a little more math, figure out some of my gauge and figure out my rate of decreasing for my raglan. So if I do that and get up to the shoulders on the front and the back, and then I may do a 3 needle bind off on this one. May not cast off my piece. I'll just put it on a holder and do a 3 needle bind off on this. The other sweater I did the mattress stitch, and the seaming, it was just with this bulky weight yarn. The seam was just a little bulkier than I'd like, so I think I will do a 3 needle cast off and see if I like that any better. Compare it to the mattress stitch. So new starts for this week are this yarn. I have so many balls of yarn sitting around here. Everything is just camouflaging into one another. I got lots of comments on part 7 of the yarn room organization video, and I'm intrigued to start using this again because I had a number of people say, oh, I love it, I've given it as gifts and people love it. And the comment that really sparked my interest, that really thought, okay, you know, I'm not going to give up on this yarn yet, was saying that they loved using, this lady loved using it for cleaning. The fact that, you know, it has that extra scrubby and you can really get it in all the nooks and crannies and just gives that extra little cleaning. And she was talking about doing her stairway banister and just getting all that grime and, you know, the gecko that accumulates on there. And I'm like, oh, that really intrigues me because I had, you know, grand plans. My vacation week last week there was kind of plan A and plan B. And plan A was to sit and knit and relax and do nothing. And then the other plan was I thought, oh, I've got all these cleaning jobs I could do and kind of do my spring cleaning in the fall. And yeah, I didn't get any cleaning done. But I do have another week of vacation coming up in the next little bit. And I'm like, maybe I need to make some scrubbies. And then, I don't know, is that going to encourage me to get some cleaning done next time I'm on vacation? I don't know, but I can go with that theory anyways. So I have got this renewed excitement about trying this Red Heart scrubby yarn. So if you guys have any success stories with this, please share them down in the comments because I need all the motivation I can get to, like, you know, A, get this knit, and B, actually use it in a cleaning project. So I could try that and report back. I don't know. Anyways, I'm gonna try it. So I actually took a look at the ball band because remember I think it was last week, I had pulled out a purple, a dark purple colorway, and I cast on, and I was just like, oh my gosh, this is ridiculous crazy. And I was not enjoying it. And I just thought, yeah, I'm not going to use this yarn at all. And I had mentioned then that I thought that maybe my needle size was too small and it was just too tight a gauge and it was just making the stitches too hard because this is basically knitting with like an eyelash yarn, right? So I took a look at the ball band and they recommend a 5mm needle, which I think is, well, that's a US 8, right? And I was using a 3.5. So maybe that's part of my problem. So I think I'm going to grab a 4.5 because I do knit loose. And if I am going to use this for cleaning, I think you do want to have it fairly snug. So I'm going to try a 4.5 and see if that gives me any better results. Someone mentioned they had good results crocheting with it, but I don't know. My crocheting is pretty rusty. So I'm going to try knitting and just go up a needle size. And fingers crossed, I'm hoping that I have success because I'm sure I know I've knit with this before. So I think I'm really, really hoping it's just the needle size issue that'll fix it. This yarn, you guys had lots of comments about this yarn, and you know what? I was surprised because I was sure most people were going to say, Louise, get rid of it. And a number of people did say, yeah, just move it on. You got lots of other stuff, you know, somebody else will love it. But then a fair number of people said, no, you know what? Hold on to that. And it'll make, you know, some people said it'd make a really nice cardigan. A couple people said a vest. But I thought a lot about this. And I know there's something that I just really like. It's all my colors. There's yellow, there's orange, there's green, there's brown. But what I'm going to do with it is knit hats. Another commenter asked me about had I thought about donating, like doing some knitting and donating hats and things for the homeless, and which I normally typically do, I think, and I mentioned this in another video, but you know what, I haven't actually knit anything, and looking at the weather, even later this week, it's supposed to start getting cool. So I thought, you know, I had always pictured, you know how your yarn talks to you, this had always said sweater to me. And the more I thought about it, I thought, you know, why don't I just use ball by ball? Because what did I have? I only had 4, maybe 5 balls of it, which is not good enough to make myself a sweater, which is what I had initially bought it for. I don't know. I must have been a little delusional thinking I could get a sweater out of it somehow. But I'm really liking the idea of making hats. There's no ball band on here because this came from the tent sale. But when I pulled it off the shelf in the stash video, I had planned really well, and I kept the pattern book with it. So, and there is a hat pattern on here. Yes. So on the back, that shows you all the patterns in there. So, and it's suggesting a 6mm needle. So I think what I'm going to do is find a 5.5 to do the ribbing, and then go up to a 6 for the body, and just do my super simple hat. Just nothing fancy, just a plain good old toque that will keep somebody warm. And I may do some different sizes. I think this would make a cute kid's hat too. So that is that. So I have none, these are going to be my 2 new starts, even though I haven't started. But I have got to run because I've got to get myself to work, because it would not be good to show up late on my first day back from vacation. So have a fantastic Monday, everybody. Leave me some comments down below, because I truly do love, you know, chit-chatting with you there, finding out what you're working on. Are you close to getting anything finished? You know, and if you've got suggestions for this or any ideas, feel free to let me know. So have a fantastic week, everybody. And if you're casting anything on new, use the hashtag #NewStartMondayKnits on Instagram, and then I can follow along on your projects too. And follow me, or just check me out on Instagram, because you'll see some updates, because I will be casting on these tonight when I get home. See you in the next video.